Obviously very pleased with the win. Thought we were a better team this weekend than we were last week. We were obviously very disappointed last week with our performance. Made a concerted effort across the board to get better as a team, to play better together as a team. I think we did that. Loved our sideline. Loved our intensity for 60 minutes on the sideline, our support of each other in the three phases of the game. We had players that stood up and made plays for us, but I think we took a real important step as a team today in understanding the game better, and that you got to play 60 minutes and you got to be together. And we were, and we got a great reward. These guys deserve it.
Questions for the players?
Drew, just talk about, going to the second series, you guys got a good field goal drive right away. Just what did you get? What was going well for you?
I think we did a good job of executing today. I think everyone was on the same page. I thought the line was playing great today. They're picking up all the blitzes. The receivers were making plays all day. I don't think they had really any drops. They were catching everything. They were running good routes. They were doing what they had to do. So I just had to try to get the ball to them. But overall, I think it was a pretty good execution.
You had 25 carries
Yeah,
today. What's your last name? Cosgrove?
Was that
I had 24 ones up here. You just beat my record.
Yeah, Drew, were those runs by design, or is that just something you were seeing? Or?
Some of them were designed, and sometimes they're in good coverage. That was a very good football team, especially defensively. They're one of the best teams definitely in our league. And sometimes they had everything covered to try to run, and sometimes they're designed.
Talk about your touchdown run.
That was, again, they did a good job. I think film. We ran the similar play like that a couple times. They did a good job of defending on the outside, on the perimeter of their receivers. So once I saw everything was covered up, I just tried to tuck it down and get in the end zone.
You had to take a guy on head-on mode, like.
Yeah. I just tried to do everything I could to get in because I knew we needed points.
Pretty sore right now?
A little bit.
Drew, is there any level of, it seems as though you obviously are what Coach Cos would refer to as a football player. He wouldn't just call you a quarterback. But is there any element, a conscious element of trying to just provide a physical presence? Even though quarterback, a lot of times people think of just out there winging it around a lot. But you seem to be able to help generate some energy just by the nature of the way you run the football.
Yeah, I'm a bigger kid. I can take a little more hits, so I don't mind putting my shoulder down and get a couple extra yards. Whatever the team needs me to do, if I need to run inside, if I need to throw the ball here and there, whatever they need me to do, I'm just going to do it. That's my ability.
Drew, was it tough not coming into a game not knowing exactly how much you're going to play or what your role's going to be?
Not really. You got to prepare every game. You never know what's going to happen in any game. I think every single player is going to be prepared and ready to go. So I just went through a normal routine, and whenever the coach will be in play, I just go.
Trevor, can you talk about the defensive effort? You guys were just swarming Stony Brook the whole second half. Can you just talk a little bit about it?
That's, I think, the key word was swarm. We're very enthusiastic and excited after making plays. And from up front to the second there, I think we all played individually and together, as great as we could. Still probably could have finished better. I know we'll hear that from Coach Ace, but I think we played pretty well all around.
Talk about the touchdown.
That was a great call from Coach Ace. He had a blitz from the boundary. I just did my job, try to contain it, and really get from God. Ball just came down. I guess it just came to me, man. And I just took off, tried to take off, and get in the end zone.
Really, as the second half wore on, I thought you guys really started to overwhelm their offensive line a lot more, too.
Yeah. I think there's momentum, too, as we kind of figure out what they were trying to do. I think, especially inside, I think Darius and Skyler, Pat Ricard, everyone played pretty well trying to stop the run.
Once you guys got that first turnover, do you think that was really what started to kind of, turn the flow a little bit towards your side?
Absolutely. Everyone was up, everyone was excited, and that's just a big momentum swing, especially to come out again and try to flatten out the offense after they just did that. I think it definitely helps us out.
Just talk a little bit about improving to 3-1 in the conference. You know, halfway through, just about halfway through the year, it's obviously a big win in terms of moving up in the
It was
conference.
huge. Definitely, I think it's going to catapult us. We still got to prepare and perform as great as we can for Villanova, but that's definitely what we needed to put us in the right direction. We're just going to try to take the next step from here.
Was that the perfect execution of your game plan to stop that run and force them to pass? Was that...
Yeah, whenever we try to play, I think our first goal is to stop the run. Stony Brook's a very physical team. They like to pound the rock and they try to dominate you up front with their size. And I think we just did a phenomenal job all throughout the defense of stopping the run and trying to make them one-dimensional, trying to take the run away, and it definitely plays to our favor.
And that's one time you got in the end zone, right?
Still up, man. Still up.
Any extra motivation with all the Westbrook kids here? I saw you guys hooped out there.
Yeah, I knew they had a lot of kids, but seeing them at the end was really so special. Just kind of how excited they were. I know a lot of football players aren't really made out of Westbrook, so I could just see the excitement for them. And Coach Graham was up here. It was a great experience.
Couple more for players.
Sean, it's been kind of an up and down year for you. I mean, how big was today for your confidence going forward?
It was great, and I think I think today's game is a pretty good representation of kind of like the whole season up to point. Like you said, I've had my ups and downs. Started off with a make, second kick, a miss, and then I was able to forget about it and hit the next 2 field goals as well as PATs. So I'm going to try to stay on that and let the misses roll off my back, and hopefully it'll be more ups and downs from this point on.
Has it been weighing on you at all, or
No.
as a senior, are you able to do
Yeah, I think that's, when you say senior kicker, it's something that kind of comes along with the title. I've been doing this for 4 years now, so it is a lot easier to get over the misses, just as much so as it is to kind of forget about the makes, because you're only as good as your next kick or your last kick, they say. So no, I think as a senior kicker, that's something I've been able to do a lot better than I could my first year. Forget about the miss.
that last one? You got a lot of elevation on it, obviously.
Yeah.
Is that like the perfect kick for you?
I'm trying to think of it. I did feel pretty good about that one. The PAT preceding it too was also a pretty good hit. I felt good about those two.
The one that got blocked, was that a flat kick? I mean, was that a pretty low kick?
It was lower than it should have been. It's a 43-yarder into the wind, so it's not a ball you can hit straight up in the air like a PAT. But that being said, it came off my foot too low, and it should have been higher off my foot.
All set.